your job, behavior is a language. So I've been really riddled with something lately, and I have like a lot of clients calling us about culture. Culture. And I'm like, okay, like, what's your problem? What do you do? Well, my employees are leaving. My employees aren't happy. My employees all want raises. This, that, I kind of liken this to language as a behavior. Like, oh, the person that wants a raise, do they come in on time? Do they stay longer? Do they show you things? Are they doing things that are, they're not talking about, but they're just doing them because it's the right thing to do? And I think we don't recognize that our behavior is a language. You don't respond to somebody texting you in a reasonable amount of time. A reasonable amount of time is 24 hours, just so we're clear, for texting. And I don't care if you're in Mount Kilimanjaro. A reasonable amount of time is 24 hours to respond to somebody. Behavior is a language. Behavior, how you respond to somebody, is a language, and it's also very indicative of who you are. If you're going to withhold responding to somebody, then that person has the right to tell you, I don't want to be a part of your life anymore. I mean, that's just game playing, and that really doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, I'm digesting what you said. I agree with you. I think let's start with the 24-hour to text response. That is very fair. It is frustrating when somebody expects a response in 10 to 15 minutes. I think that's a little extreme on the other side. But yes, within 24 hours, there's not a 24-hour period where you don't have time to quickly say, I received your text, I'm a little busy, I'll get back to you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because this happened yesterday, so this is like on mind. Yesterday, I received a LinkedIn message from somebody we as a company had texted out about a job in July.
Okay.
Yesterday was March 3rd, 2026. We sent this out the 15th of July, 2026.
So
2025.
8 months ago.
I mean, do you feel like that behavior there is like, I'm going to blow you off until it's good for me and I'm looking for something? Or do you think that was a legitimate person that doesn't get on their LinkedIn?
I think the message also said, I know you sent this a long time ago, but if there's something else you can help me with, I would like to know about it. I do think that that's what the message said in their reply. So that is, going back to our previous episode, that is being self-aware. She said, hey, I'm owning up to it. I didn't respond right away. We don't know if it's because she didn't check LinkedIn, which is very possible, or if she just didn't need anything. On the flip side, though, Sarah, how many times do you receive messages and you're like, oh, this doesn't pertain to me, I don't need it, so you don't respond at all?
I'm like that weirdo. I'm a unicorn. Somebody told me that the other day, too.
Yeah.
The follow-up and follow-through on my end is kind of like obnoxious. I'm the youngest of 3 kids. I was sort of like a little bit abused, and my level of that I give back to the world is just respond, because it's going to bother you that you didn't respond, and it's going to make the other person feel better. Sorry, I live in that world where it's all about everybody else's happiness.
I know. I understand. So because this one is hot off the press from yesterday, I will say, do I love that she didn't respond right away? No, of course not. But she was aware and saying, hey, I didn't respond then. That opportunity doesn't exist. I get it. But can we talk anyway? And I do admire that of her.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, yes. However, I do get messages on LinkedIn or Indeed that are a response to something I've sent. I think the biggest one was actually years ago. We're like, oh yes, I want to hear about this now. It's like, no, that's not how it works. I think that when somebody deliberately ignores a message that's being sent out professionally, it's not okay.
And that's behavior as a language. Like, your behavior is, I get it. You have no idea. I could be in a meeting for an hour and have 18 text messages. You've seen me. And I'm like, don't talk to me for 5 minutes so I can just respond to the people. Or just read so I'm aware of what's going on. And I get overwhelmed. it is okay to get overwhelmed. It is not
Completely.
okay for the overwhelm part of you, the behavior response, to be a non-response. I had an issue with somebody at work who was upset about something, and I reached out to this person 2 months ago now to try to resolve said problem. I have still not heard back from this person, and it's kind of like, I'm kind of like the mafia. You had your 2 months, now you can fuck off. I'm not looking, I strapped my ego to my thigh, let it go, responded, apologized in a very nice way, heard that you were blocking me, and I still went the mile to rectify it and make it right. Whether I was right or wrong didn't matter to me. I was going to make it right and get on with life. And this person still hasn't responded. And I feel like that's behavior as a language. Two things are going on there. One, it's very unprofessional when somebody, comes to you with their tail between their leg and apologizes for something that they may or may not be wrong with, number one. And number two, as a friend, it's poor form.
I agree. And
it just makes me nuts.
I agree with you. One of my personal core values is that a good person can do two things. They can say thank you and they can say I'm sorry. So gratitude and accountability, those are behaviors. But those are the two things that I fully believe in and have always believed in,
But
whether it's
gratitude
personal.
and accountability should be like your core values as a human being.
You're right, but if they are not able to do that, if their behavior is such that they don't say thank you or they don't say I'm sorry, that is that the absence of the language, that behavior, you're right, is its own language.
But then I look at it like karma. And here's the deal with karma, kids. Karma has no expiration date. It knows you've done wrong and it will come after you. And whether you believe it or not, there is a spirit world that is watching what's going on, and they make things happen or not happen in your favor or to your detriment based on your behavior. Behavior is a language, and it's the language people recognize. Trust is based on it, respect is based on it, accountability, gratitude, all these things are based on your behavior. If you think that the world's doing you wrong, take a really good inventory of who you are, what you've done, and maybe you'll become a little bit more aware of that.
Now, to flip it in an office setting, Sari, I walked in this morning, there's a Kringle on the table. Who brought that?
Me.
Thank you. That was amazing. I haven't even talked to you about it yet. Thank you for that. That's my favorite flavor.
Costco, baby. $5.99. Can't do it better. Feed a lot of people for nothing.
Thank you for that behavior of bringing in a pastry to show the team that you appreciate them.
I think consistency and behavior should be two things that are synonymous.
Yeah, consistent behavior.
But like, you can't just be like, people wonder if all of a sudden out of nowhere you do something, what's wrong?
Right.
And people wonder all of a sudden if you take things away, what's wrong?
Right.
So, we understand behavior is the ultimate message. In relationships, my whole life, I've always been under the actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
And you can tell somebody something till the cows come home, but the reality of every situation is how you show. Is the language.
Yeah.
And that's all from the behavior.
Yeah, I agree with you. When we were younger, and if we would got in trouble, and I would say to my dad, I'd say, I'm sorry. He'd say, don't be sorry, just don't do it.
Oh my God. But I have a child who's constantly saying, that this person is sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please stop telling me you're sorry. You are not sorry.
Right.
I am here as a servant parent and a servant leader to serve people. And you can't be sorry. You just have to be good.
Yeah.
Just be good.
Right. Right.
And in when you are interviewing and when you are, looking for companies, look for the people where the leadership is good and they're kind and you feel comfortable. Your spidey senses tell you an awful lot.
Go on social media and see what kind of corporate events they have for their employees. See if there's, just a fun day where somebody brings in a Kringle from Costco. Do a little bit of research that way as well, because it does matter and it is indicative of the culture there and what you'd be working in.
Mind your job.
Mind your job.